Hi, my name's Paul from Waterfront Church Swansea, and I wonder, what has this got to do with this? Let's find out with just a thought. Well, whether you put it on post-it notes and stick it on your fridge, whether you write it on your hands or whether you put reminders on your phone, we all desperately try to remember the things that are important to us. You see, my wife will often ring me at the end of a working day and she'll ask me to pick things up from the shops. But I know for a fact, unless she sent me a message or she's written it down for me, I will forget at least 2 or 3 items from the shops. And as part of our year, we take one day of the year to stop and to reflect for 2 or 3 minutes, simply to remember what others have done for us, of men and women who've gone into battles and wars to bring peace to our nation, whether that is in world wars have gone by or battles and conflicts that still happen today, like in Afghanistan and in the Persian Gulf. But as Christians, we remember almost on a weekly basis. You see, as part of a church service, you'll have a table like this called the Lord's Table or Communion. And as part of that service, someone will lead and read these very famous words from the Bible. The Apostle Paul wrote to a church and wrote this: "For I received from the Lord what I also delivered to you, that the Lord Jesus, on the night that he was betrayed, he took bread. And when he'd given thanks, he broke it and said, 'This is my body for you. Do this in remembrance of me.' He also took the cup after supper and said, 'This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes.'" And as part of many church services, they'll eat bread and they'll take a cup of wine or juice together. You see, there's nothing really magical about these items. It is bread and wine or juice. But you see, it's there to help Christians to remember the sacrifice that Jesus gave when he died on a brutal and horrible Roman cross. Christians believe that he did it as his own sacrifice so that people and God could be reunited. So no matter what people have done wrong, they can be friends with God now and forever in his home in heaven. So at this time of year, as you stop and reflect and remember the sacrifices of what others have done for us years gone by, why not take the time to discover for yourself and to remember what Jesus has done for people everywhere today? Well, the big question is this: how do you remember things that are really important to you? And how are you going to spend the time reflecting and remembering what others have done for us in years gone by? Well, that was just a thought, and I'll see you next time.